Yo, what's good, people? We back. Had to come through, man. First Rockefeller breakup, and every day I wake up, it's a new Me Too movement rape case. You know what I'm saying? Because I told y'all, I said, they started the year off with R. Kelly. Like, they said, boom, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, we airing these documentaries. We setting a tone. You know what I'm saying? And then in the midst of that, we learned that there's going to be a Michael Jackson documentary called Leaving Neverland about some white niggas. They like 45 years old now, talking about claiming that Michael Jackson used to sexually molest them. And then today we got Chris Brown arrested for rape in France. That's crazy to me. That was when I seen that, I said, okay, they going each and every way they can right now, because just yesterday, all over the blogs and shit, there was like they were posting pictures of Chris Brown with some girl, talking about, oh, this is his new thing and shit. They over there in France. When I saw that, I was like, I got worried. As soon as I saw that yesterday, I got worried because they said Chris Brown was in France. And let me tell you something about France. France got this whole aura where, they want people to believe, it's all romantic, French kissing and shit like that. But the realistic part of it is like where the shit comes from is because France is a nasty place. Like, rape over there it's not what it is over here. You go back and look up how, like, just stories from, go back last year, I'll just say 2018, how many rape stories were there in France? But these aren't celebrities raping, these are the police raping. The police raped a little black kid, a black boy. You know what I'm saying? And then that set the town off, you know what I'm saying, on some crazy shit. But one thing about France is that also they got that thing with them too, to where they don't fuck with the police. The police is worse over there. Matter of fact, let me not say that. This is America. But the police they on the exact same shit that they on over here. You know what I'm saying? They on some straight massacre shit. And then you look at like the history of France and everything. Forgot what war it was. But they slaughtered, you know what I'm saying, almost the whole Algerian country of Africa. They slaughtered all them niggas, killed them niggas. Then they were raping them niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about France. That was a war tactic for them. You know what I'm saying? To rape your victims and shit like that. And that's where the whole sleeping with the enemy shit comes from. Because that's what they used to do. You an enemy. So I'm gonna throw you in this brothel. I'm gonna set it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rape you. Then throw y'all in there and set it on fire. So them niggas is sick niggas over there. Just think about it. They came out with French kissing. French kissing is some nasty shit. Seriously, how many black people in America are French kissers? Hey, who really does that? That's some shit that's like a, some TV shit. You know what I'm saying? French kissing. The fuck out of here. You talking about friend, like, you know what I'm saying? You swapping tongues. Oral sex is actually way safer than French kissing. You licking other niggas' tongues. You know what I'm saying? That's the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body, but also that's where like some of the mouth is where the most bacteria in your body resides. So just that whole idea of French kissing and shit like that, because France is nasty. Like they don't, their whole sexual identity shit is not where it is like in America. Them niggas over there, they like, listen, I gotta fuck tonight. I don't give a fuck whether it's a fat bitch, whether it's a fat white nigga, whether it's a black black nigga or a fat bitch. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They gonna bust off. That's how they do over there. That's where the whole why they think it's all romantic. You know what I'm saying? I've heard stories about people going over there to France and shit like that, and niggas approaching they girl like, you know what I'm saying, like it's just strangers approach they girl like it's automatically some group sex involved. You know what I'm saying? So France is a nasty place. So with Chris Brown catching a rape case in France, it seems like, okay, the Me Too movement is going global. And France is one of the places where they would start, well, you know what I'm saying, to one of the ones that they would co-opt, like, you know what, get down with us, because we know how y'all do over there, like raping is like damn near legal over there. And so the women over there in France right now, they on this Me Too shit, like a lot of women on this, you know, fighting for their rights and shit, because the rape culture over there is you know what I'm saying, it's a real culture. You know how they say that shit in America? Oh, we got a rape culture because black men holler at girls on the street. No, nigga, stop. No, rape culture over there is like they meet in the club, and I'm tricking you to come to the bathroom, and that's all I gotta do is get you into the bathroom because you're gonna get raped right there. That's how France is. So with Chris Brown, yeah, man, with Chris Brown, you know, we're gonna go through this report just so we see exactly what's going on, man. Hold on.
Chris Brown is in police custody in Paris as we speak. A judicial source close to the investigation tells NBC News the 29-year-old's been detained for aggravated rape and drug allegations, and as of Tuesday was still being held. E! News has reached out to Chris's team, including his attorney and music label, for comment, as well as the French police and prosecutor. We have not yet heard back. So 2 anonymous police officials have told the Associated Press that the singer, his bodyguard, and another person were taken into custody after the woman accused him of raping her in a hotel room last week. Now, the only thing we can confirm is that Chris has a photo on his Instagram posted a day ago saying he was rehearsing in Paris. He was also photographed in the city on January 17th. So we know he's there, but we don't know exactly what the whole purpose of his trip was. So
yeah, they don't know exactly what the purpose of his trip was, but he got a picture up saying, I'm rehearsing in Paris. You know what I'm saying? So you see how that story is going to come back to America, and we're going to have all these, they're going to have all these questions. But these rapes in hotels, this is going to lead to, you know, first of all, them being cameras in every hotel room. And then, you know, when I hear a rape in a hotel room between a celebrity and, you know, a rape accuser, I kind of, I have to take it with a grain of salt, because rape, you know what I'm saying, I guess in the first degree is forcible entry. And so when you just see the word rape thrown across everywhere, you know what I'm saying, you don't know. That's what most people think. You know what I'm saying? That's what people think about R. Kelly and shit like that, and everything. But you know, how many black celebrities at the top of their game have we lost to a quote unquote rape case? They got Tupac. They got Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously they're trying to make either R. Kelly or Chris Brown next. And one funny thing about the niggas that they're attacking is that these niggas own their masters. Well, with R. Kelly, yeah, he had a crazy type of deal. I don't know exactly how his deal broke down, but because I started hearing he didn't own all his publishing, shit like that. I didn't start hearing that until fucking this whole Me Too shit, mute R. Kelly shit popped off, and that was like last year. But up until then, I believe R. Kelly pretty much owned to all his shit, which is why he was so rich and was able to keep his brothel safe. You know what I'm saying? If he had one, allegedly. But this shit with Chris Brown, man, you know, a rape. Somebody accused him of rape in a hotel. Now it's just like, yo, man, black niggas getting pussy, and if you a black nigga and you famous and you getting pussy, you really gotta be careful, man. It's not even to the point like you can't be like, oh, I can't fuck with these girls. These girls do it. These girls, no, nigga. They making it for the whole shit. You can't. You're not safe. You can't be like, oh, I'm just fuck with a black girl. I'm just fuck with a Spanish girl. Like, no, they got them types and them types doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is very dangerous because look, you know what I'm saying? I'm a nobody. People listening, I hope, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who's listening, but you know, if you're just a regular listener, you know what I'm saying? Just you got to make sure that you covered out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I put myself in the single black male category. You know what I'm saying? I put myself there. That means that I'm not tied down to one specific woman. And that right there is the danger. You know what I'm saying? Like you fucking with these different girls here and there, and we don't know which ones are like believing this shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, like, because now this got to be a topic of a conversation. This has to be a topic of a conversation. Because this shit with Chris Brown is truly egregious, man.
We will definitely keep you guys updated on this story. Follow E! Online, watch E! News Tonight. You'll get the latest on this. But as far as Chris Brown goes, is he ever going to shake this troubled history, this troubled image that he has?
I think when you were a star in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, what happened was you did something wrong and your business was splattered all over a tabloid. And then once that became O News, it moved further and further and further behind the tabloid. But now with the internet and social media, once you do something, it remains public and in everyone's lives forever. Yeah. Because it's there and it never goes away.
Listen, let me tell you, I don't know what happened with Chris Brown and Rihanna, right? Like, okay, they had a domestic violence fight. But we also have to realize that Rihanna is a Caribbean girl. That means she's fucking crazy. That means she's the type to throw knives at you, you know what I'm saying, to slap niggas while they driving, you know what I'm saying, try to put niggas in the headlock like, yo, I'm on the interstate, what are you doing? Like, are you fucking dumb? Now, I'm not saying I have experience in this arena, but what I'm saying is that when you know these Caribbean girls, we know that they're not wrapped too tight when it comes to certain shit. But I'm not, you know what I'm saying, alleviating Chris Brown for none of that shit. You know, that's old. That don't matter. That don't matter. That's old. Just like with R. Kelly peeing on the girl on tape, that doesn't matter. That's old. He beat that case. We have to focus on what's, you know what I'm saying, the real shit. But really what's also being doing right now is the Constitution is being rewritten right in front of us. It don't fucking matter what the fuck if you beat that case before. If you got over on us, we're gonna get you. But the Constitution say that, you know, there's no such thing as double jeopardy. You can't try somebody twice for the same thing. The Constitution says that you need evidence. The Constitution say that, you know, somebody just saying something isn't enough. But that's not what it is, obviously, that we see what's going on in today's times. But, you know, Chris Brown in his troubled past, most of it has been just some media contrived shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what has Chris Brown done since that Rihanna fight? What do you know of from Chris Brown that is so troubling and shit like that? What is so troubling about, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Nigga did some coke. Well, he's in the gang now or some shit. Like, what happened? I don't know.
That's why people like Hugh Grant and Rob Lowe, Charlie Sheen, even Sean Penn had all these things happen to them back in the day, but no one remembers it. Chris Brown had...
Yeah, shout out to this black nigga. I don't know who he is. Nigga look like Wayne Brady. But props to him for bringing up these cases, because niggas get quiet. Like I'm saying, like he's talking to two white women, And trust me, you don't hear them chiming in like, yeah, you're right, when it comes to these white niggas.
Happened to be involved in one of the biggest scandals in music ever, and it happened in the age of the internet and social media.
Yeah, two A-list stars, obviously we're referencing back to Rihanna. It's crazy to me. I was just looking, this news broke like yesterday or the day before, and it's still the number one trending thing on Twitter. People are obsessed with Chris Brown. Whether it's good news or bad news, people are clicking on it. They want to know more about Chris Brown.
Well, unfortunately, he has a really bad reputation, and I feel like even if there's a certain amount of time where things seem to be going right and he's dropping more music and everything.
How does Chris Brown have a really bad reputation? You see how they like to paint pictures? This white bitch don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? This bitch didn't buy Chris Brown's last album. You know what I'm saying? This bitch ain't heard of shit about Chris Brown ever since the Rihanna shit. But Chris Brown has a really bad reputation. Just pay attention to that, because that's how these white bitches that don't know nothing, but if you catch their eye in a negative light, that's how you're gonna stay.
Everyone's a fan of Chris Brown when his music comes out. Like, people like the songs no matter what. And people do sort of, not forget, but they do kind of hop on board with like, oh God, he is so talented. And then unfortunately, these things just keep coming up for him. And you can tell even...
You see, this is the exact same shit they pulling with R. Kelly. Oh man, his songs were so good, we just make you forget about the sex slaves and shit like that. But, but real talk, what really happened is that, okay, R. Kelly went to trial, he beat the case, and black people, we respect the Constitution, white people don't. Why? We're like, when the black person benefits from it, then that shit don't exist no more. You know what I'm saying? And with Chris Brown, like, yeah, the Rihanna shit happened. That shit is over 10 years ago. It's over 10 years ago. So now what we need Rihanna to step up. Rihanna had to step up and say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what she doing. You know what I'm saying? She over there. She thinks she live in France or some shit. She over there in France with some rich white nigga. You know what I'm saying? She bed winching. She living it up and everything. But she acting like she bear no responsibility in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
By his mugshot, he's like, how am I here again? Like, why does this keep happening? And for a while I went back and forth on the situation, but he just clearly needs to reconfigure some things because it's not working out.
What is clear that he needs to reconfigure? Like, what is clear? It's not clear to me. It's clear that, it's attack on black niggas. That's clear to me. But you see, we have white bitches like this. This is who's going to be on the jury. Yes, he's in France, but there are white bitches like her in America that are influencing these bitches over there in France to think like how they thinking. You know what I'm saying? They don't know shit about Chris Brown.
Who's around him?
Or who's around, exactly. Like, maybe it's not even him directly. We weren't there. We don't know exactly what's happened. But maybe people that he's riding with are running amok, and it's causing him to go down.
Yeah, you see.
That's it.
You see, that's who we have reporting the news. NBC and some shit like that. But they like the racism. Their racism is clear. Like, we don't gotta go into that because we already know it's like that's a known fact. But the attack on these black niggas, man, it's out of control. It's out of control because after Chris Brown, there's gonna be an Ayanna Jackson documentary coming. Vlad started it when he did that interview. He kicked it off. He's gonna put his hands up. Like, oh man, all I did was interview the girl. All I did was give her a platform to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that bitch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to, where you stand at? You know what I'm saying? Because if I interview the bitch, I'm gonna ask her straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you said niggas, like, sound like niggas ran the train on you. Now you mad? Like, what you wanted to be in Poetic Justice? You wanted Janet Jackson role or something? That's how we got to treat these rape accusers because now, like, it's ridiculous. Chris Brown ain't raping no bitch in France. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown could have 12 bitches flown over from California to France if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But don't be fooled by just because it's out of this country that we have, like, America has nothing to do with it. Just like when Dr. Sebi got killed, we know America had something to do with it. It was perfect to kill him in Honduras. But that's another topic. That's another story. But that's the way America moves. You know what I'm saying? So they feel like they got R. Kelly already. They're like, okay, we got him dropped from Sony. He's not making no more money. So when we bring this nigga to trial, his money's going to be short. He can't drag the trial along like how he did before because his money's going to be shorter. Got that nigga out the way. Oh yeah, we got Bill Cosby already. He's sitting up. That nigga in trial right now. You know what I'm saying? And Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying? They got R. Kelly, Chris Brown, Michael Jackson. He dead. They still trying to get him. They already like completely shitting on Michael Jackson's legacy. Like they don't want him to exist anymore. They said Post Malone broke all of his records. So Post Malone is the new Michael Jackson. Now Chris Brown. So if you a black nigga and you want to be a bed buck, you want to be a sex symbol, you're gonna have to. It's like they coming for you. You the main one they coming for. You're the main one they coming for. Why? Because they worried about their population. Oh nigga, you gonna, and you see that's another story. That's another story, man. But I'm gonna go and get out of here, man. I'm out.